Hey guys, Kyle the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you some anime news. And this is actually concerning a very hot, sometimes controversial topic, which is about the anime of the Black Clover manga. Just now, I recently saw this article on I was listening to this on my Twitter feed of the manga news on the manga news site on the manga on the, for basically the manga news the manga news the manga news Twitter feed is what it is. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. I thought we'd kind of go over this and talk about it because there is some interesting, concerning, but depending on how you view it, some interesting stuff, just some overall interesting stuff to talk about, I think, in this article. So let's head to it. Okay. Black Clover Season 2 release date. Anime confirmed for 51 episodes in 2018. Can the manga keep up? I very much... Okay. 51 episodes for this season and 51 episodes for next season. I have my concerns, but let's keep going. Okay. Talking about Black Clover Season 2 release date may seem like putting the magical cart before the flying horse at this point in the anime's history, but some fans of Black Clover manga are concerned whether or not Studio Pierrot will faithfully follow the source material. The good news is that everyone is planning for the long haul, so somebody better Kujiwara. Sorry about that. I flub on Japanese names sometimes. Gakuto Kajiwara asked his voice actor stock in the throat lozenge company. Oh boy. Asta's voice actor is one of the main problems people are having with the anime right now. Like, for those who haven't watched the anime or whatnot, let's just say Asta's Seiyu voice actor hasn't really been the stuff of miracles. As far as Funimation is concerned, they ended up fixing that problem, but by casting Dallas Reed, who I haven't watched the English dub yet because there's only 3 episodes out. But from what I have heard of people, that they do say that they see that the casting of the English dub voice actor for Asta is a vast improvement. So apparently it's somewhat of a fairy tale effect in that sense. So yeah, it's one of those things where you might have to, if you're not a fan of the Japanese seiyuu, you might be waiting a while. You might have to wait a bit, but yeah. Early on, Funimation listed the first season as only having 13 episodes, but that disappointment was corrected quickly by the official website for the anime series. There will be 5 Blu-ray disc and DVD box sets released in 2018 and 2019, with each box coming with 9 to 12 episodes each. The first edition box set promises to include extras that will be revealed in Weekly Shonen Jump on December 4th, 2017. So I imagine we're headed for like one of those situations. So I imagine that what I'm about to list here is probably going to be for the entirety of the first season, more or less. So yeah, Black Clover Chapter 1, Volume 1, February 23rd, 2018. Black Clover Chapter 2, Volume 2, May 25th, 2018. Black Clover Chapter 3, Volume 3, July 27th, 2018. Black Clover Chapter 4, Volume 4, October 26, 2018. Wow, there's actually a huge gap there. And Black Clover Chapter 5, Volume 5, January 25th, 2019. So, it does seem that after the third one is released, they definitely are going to be taking a bit of a gap in terms of release. So, in a small way, that definitely does. I will admit that taking that gap in time of release between the box sets does give time for definitely more material. Hope that's what I'm thinking. Yep. And Black Clover Chapter 5, Volume 5, January 25th, 2019. The announcement means that Black Clover anime will be at least 51 episodes by the end of 2018. The first season is being divided up into 4 cores, which each core receiving its own opening and ending video. No major breaks between the cores have been announced. It's expected that the season finale episodes will air at the end of summer 2018 anime season. Some fans predict that the season will actually be 50 episodes and that 51 will be a Black Clover OVA episode, but that rumor is yet to be confirmed. Okay, so I really want to talk about this core business because, honestly, I know, like, this whole core business, this whole core thing really only occurs whenever a studio is a little more, how shall I say, I guess more, like, the way this whole core business does kind of, definitely does kind of give me a little bit of hope. I can't say it's going to be perfect, but it does give me hope that Pierrot is a little more concerned about following the source material this time around. I'm only gonna give him the benefit. Like I said, I'm still keeping Pierrot at arm's length with this. I'm not entirely sure what they're planning, but just the fact that they are mentioning a core system here with Black Clover does give me a slight glimmer of hope. Can't say it's definite, but it is giving me a little touch of hope for a more faithful adaptation. Who knows? But yeah, Black Clover manga currently enough for second, 2, and 3rd. Nah, I don't know what that means. Maybe they're referring to the cores again. Fans are hoping that the Black Clover anime does not diverge dramatically from the story of the manga, which is what happened with Twin Star Exorcists. The anime ended this past summer with 50 episodes and it was produced by TV Tokyo and Studio Pierrot. The same company is producing the Black Clover anime. Unfortunately, that's an apples to oranges comparison since the Twin Star Exorcist manga had much less base material available when the anime first started being produced. One could say it's still. Well, I don't know how many. I don't know how many chapters Twin Star Exorcist had out at the time. I haven't even watched Twin Star Exorcist or read the manga, but from what I did hear, there was some bad. The anime did receive some bad reception for basically the routes it took, but yeah, and I don't know how many chapters that at the time that there were between Twin Star Exorcist and Black Clover, so who knows. But yeah, the story of Tabata Yuki's Black Clover manga began releasing in 2015 and immediately became popular with Japanese manga readers. As of October of 2017, the manga series is up to chapter 20 as of volume 12. However, the manga series is up to chapter 133 in Make Weekly Shonen Jump, which provides plenty of base material for the anime adaptation. Again, this whole core system does kind of give me a little bit of hope. Yeah, let's just. Sorry, guys, just hold on a minute. My computer ended up going down a bit of a road. Let's see. Produced. Viz Media. Sorry, yeah. Here we go. Yeah, sorry, guys. Viz Media has already published the English translation of Black Clover manga up through the 9th volume, and they also provide free chapters on the official website. Viz Media is scheduled to release Black Clover Volume 10 on February 6, 2018, Volume 11th on May 1st, 2018, and Volume 12 on August 7th, 2018. That means the English manga will be way ahead of the story of Black Clover Season 2, but even before it airs in Japan. So, yeah, I guess on one hand we can definitely take a small amount of comfort because actually I will admit as far as Tabata Yuki and the pace he's been going at, it's actually been going at My Hero Academia paces like the pace that the Black Clover's been going is almost identical to the way that My Hero Academia has been going at in its startup. So yeah, but yeah, let's keep reading. So, warning, minor spoilers in this section of the article. The first season of the anime will probably end somewhere around chapter 37 of the manga, which is contained in the first half of Volume 5. It's a logical stopping point since the story concludes with many dramatic events, including an assault of the Walking Dead on Clover's Kingdom's royal capital, an assassination, and a Magic Knight's promotion for Asta. This article will be updated once the first season's finale is released. Okay, so this... Okay, so this is... Okay, I know it's just a prediction, but let's talk about this. They say it's more than likely going to end on chapter 37. How are they going to make this work with 51 episodes? Because... Okay, like... Even if they slow down the pacing of making only one chapter per episode, that'll still leave a huge chunk left. So okay, I think my hopes were already dashed because the only way I can see them making this work out of adapting the first 37 chapters in this first season is by filling with more filler. I mean, I know it's not what we want, but that's the only way I can see this going down. I'm not sure. Like, how are they going to do this? Let's yeah. How can Studio Pierrot turn 37 chapters into 51 episodes? They've already begun to produce filler episodes for the anime. Oh boy, yep. My fear. For example, the third episode was mostly filler, and episode 7 was based on the events which took place in episode 5, assuming the anime's pacing and filler percentage remain the same. There is currently enough manga chapters for Black Clover Season 3, never mind just the second season. Yeah, I was... Oh, Pierrot. Okay. On one hand, I will admit this much. With such an open world as Black Clover, there is possibilities of making the filler a lot more entertaining than the Naruto Shippuden's filler was. But on the offhand, it's still filler. So like, Pierrot, you're already making mistakes you shouldn't. Pierrot, when this really just begs me the question, Pierrot, when are you going to learn? We don't fucking care about filler. All we want is the original source material, the way it was intended. Like, I feel... Yeah, I just feel like Pierrot really just constantly has their... I feel Pierrot constantly has their priorities backwards when it comes to adaptations. Like, seriously, Pierrot? What are you doing? But I guess this is... Like, honestly, like, here's the thing. I like Yu Yu Hakusho. I think Yu Yu Hakusho to this day is still probably their best project. Is probably Studio Pierrot's best project ever. But it seems somewhere in the post Yu Yu Hakusho days, in this post Yu Yu Hakusho era, they've really started to really take a very odd direction. I'm not even sure why. Like, they really just seem like they're like. I remember in an interview, one said that it's almost ironic, but in an interview I saw of Studio Pierrot, they actually said that one of the producers actually lied in front of the camera and said he actually enjoyed that Studio Pierrot they definitely try their damnedest in order to ensure that they follow that they stay faithful to the story and follow the manga to the letter. Well, then why are you clutting your stories with filler? I mean, Yu Yu Hakusho was the exception because, hell, Yu Yu Hakusho in a way was an exception, but with Naruto, actually the Naruto filler, first Naruto anime filler wasn't bad. Naruto Shippuden filler, Bleach, like, What are you doing, Pierrot? What are you doing? But let's keep going. I won't dwell on this one. Black Clover's Asta is a new voice actor. Will the studio have him tone it down? Okay, yes, this is our big question. For a series that's being promoted by Crunchyroll, the next big thing in anime, it's almost surprising that Studio Pierrot went with new voice actor talent. According to Pash Plus, Gakuto Kajiwara won an audition to be a voice actor for Asta. He won an audition. Oh boy. Black Clover's Asta is the voice actor's first major role since he previously voiced single-episode background characters in Elegant Yokai, Apartment Life, Manga Sensei, and Monster Strike the Anime, ONA 2. I'm very excited to enter the world of Black Clover as Asta because I was dreaming of a magical world since I was a child, he said. I will aggressively keep moving forward towards the end of Black Clover with Asta, who is also an aggressive boy. Yeah, except bro, I think you may have taken that a little too literally. And boy, is Gakuto aggressive, screaming into the mic so shrill that his voice drills into your brain like it's trying to pierce through the heavens. The Asta voice actor has been receiving a drubbing on Twitter, usually reserved for bad English dubbing. Reporter Liberec pretty much summarized the thoughts of many anime fans with the following comment. It's probably been said 1,000 times, but listening to Asta's voice should be considered a torture. Liberec tweeted, "Congrats to the brave people who were able to finish Black Clover's first episode. I wasn't that strong." Yeah. Yeah, Funimation cast Dallas Reed as Asta for the English dubbing. Critics agree that the voice acting is really good. Reed has played many supporting and main roles in the past, including a role in the movie One Piece Heart of Gold. Let's just hope Studio Pierrot listens to the critics and makes the Japanese Asta listenable. Yeah, that's my other hope. Please, Pierrot, I'm begging you. Okay, I'll backtrack here a bit. I'm actually one of the few people who hasn't been overly affected by Asta's voice. I will admit that. It isn't as bad as I think some people are making it out to be. But I will admit that there are definitely some problems with it that even I can agree with. And I am starting to kind of understand where people are coming from. Listening to it, I think too much is kind of a pain. And like I said, Funimation has kind of turned the situation on its head by casting Dallas Reed, who, like I said, I haven't seen the English dub, but from what I hear, it has gotten great reviews. So, yeah, hopefully Japan kind of listens on this one. I don't know if they will, but yeah. Okay. Black Clover Season 2 release date. As of this publishing, the anime producer TV Tokyo animation company Studio Pierrot have not announced anything official about the Black Clover Season 2 release date, although this article will be updated as soon as the anime sequel premiere is confirmed. However, there can be reasonable speculation about when or if Black Clover Season 2 air date may occur. First off, let's have a terminology discussion since the anime seasons can get confused for English-speaking audiences. Continuously ongoing anime series are often referred to by the starting year. For example, the final chapter of the Fairy Tail anime is already being referred to as Fairy Tail 2018, but for some fans refer to it as either Fairy Tail Season 3 or Season 8, depending on how they count. That would mean the first season of Black Clover anime would be called Black Clover 2017, assuming the anime takes a small hiatus. Black Clover Season 2 would be called Black Clover 2019. It would also be referred to as Black Clover 2018. If the series is renewed without a break. Okay, so this is kind of one of those aesthetic things for me, but I don't think that putting this year on is really all that important. I think the only time you should ever put a year in pretty much put the year in front of anything would be if you're referring to the would be if you're referring to a readaptation, but this isn't a readaptation. It's the current adaptation. So yeah, I hope they don't put those years in on the actual covers or whatnot. Uh, the second issue to note is that Studio Pierrot has already stated their intention to make the Black Clover anime the next Naruto, which they also animated. A similar themed Naruto ran its 5 seasons back to back, so if Black Clover Season 2 follows in the ninja's footsteps, then the second season will be released in October of 2018, the fall anime season. I'm... Okay. Yeah. The comparisons to Naruto do not end there. Well, the loudmouth ninja wannabe worked his way up from a small village to have a MyAnimeList score of 7.85, while his son Boruto pulled off a decent Shadow clone with a 7.30. So far, the loudmouth Wizard King wannabe named Asta is only receiving a 6.65 score, and has been criticized for its shonen cliches. Will the anime be popular enough to justify Black Clover Season 2? Stay tuned. Okay, so I guess I shouldn't be too surprised by this current rating, but at the same time, I think Black Clover is kind of one of those things where it does start off very cliche, but it eventually does come into its own thing. And I get the feeling by the time we definitely get to a certain point, it will start kind of coming into its own. There will still be cliches, can't lie, but I think it will slowly start to come into its own now. Definitely now that we've gotten introduced to all the main cast for sure. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I have for this. Like I said, there's definitely a lot more to be discussed on this one. Like, so if you got any comments on this, just write them down below. Like, this article right now, it's really leaving me with concerns because looking back on Naruto Shippuden, it's not bad, but there are still a lot of problems. And with the way they're doing this, like, I guess the biggest concern I have right now is that I fear Black Clover might end up doing but around the time that Black Clover finally ends, Pierrot's gonna overload it with filler, just like they did with Naruto Shippuden, and they're gonna do a Boruto. So like this whole thing of it being the next Naruto for Studio Pierrot, I guess at the end of the day, I'm just worried they're gonna try and exploit it just as much as they did Naruto. So, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see, guys, from this point on. So, yeah, let's I guess all we can do is hope and pray. But yeah, that's all I have for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Death Knight of Anime, signing off. Later, guys.